The Children's Miracle Network is really very different from any other children's charity. Most people think of a children's charity as something that you raise money and all that money goes to some big office in another state and then they disperse the money around. But the network is exactly that. It's a network of sponsors that agree in every state in the United States and North America to raise money for children's hospitals in their area. CMN is a fundraising arm that helps us staff with programs and equipment what our staff at the medical center needs to take care of all patients.
Without the Children's Miracle Network, we would not have had the experience that we did.
CMN makes a huge difference in the quality of lives of children in our community. We raise almost $750,000 every year. All that money comes to Midtown Medical Center. So you can imagine the kind of equipment and programs that $250,000 every year would feed to this hospital and how we can help it. So from high-tech incubators in our neonatal intensive care unit to nurse training, whatever you can think of, CMN is able to help fund it. Scott's Miracle Ride is a local fundraiser, funneling all of their funds to CMN.
I know it's a group of dedicated men who give selflessly for a period of time in their life to help raise money for the hospital.
Scott's Ride is one of those events that came up out of the blue, wasn't really supposed to happen and turn into what it is.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I mean, we love the riders and the girls. They know all about the riders, and now that they talk.
It takes somebody that has a lot of heart to do what they're doing.
They're doing it for the kids. It's all their own money. It's all their own bikes, their own gas, everything.
Probably in my 17 years, the one thing that has changed me the most is this ride.
They're awesome. They are some awesome guys. What they're doing is wonderful.
Well, certainly any child that's gone through any kind of treatment at Midtown Medical Center has been affected by the ride and the kind of money that we can raise. Whether it's a tiny 1-pound baby in the NICU or a mom that's brought a kid in with a broken leg to our pediatric emergency department. But they are such special individuals and they are so giving and have such big hearts for kids that just knowing them and knowing their willingness to do something like this is just amazing. When Martin was diagnosed 4 years ago, he was not supposed to live a year. And his child life specialist, his doctors, worked really, really hard with him to not give up.
Scott's Miracle Ride is just a great group of guys. They really down the heart and great older guys, and they love what they do.
When these guys in their dusters and hats walk out, they kind of draw attention and people wonder who they are. And Martin came out and said, I want to know who these guys are. And the child life specialist at the time, Meg Johnson, introduced Martin to the riders, really. And they told Martin their story, what they do, why they get on these motorcycles and ride around the country. And Martin was very, very intrigued. And he just became part of the team from that point on. That year when the riders returned, we drove Martin to Macon, and he got on the back of a motorcycle and rode all the way back from Macon to Columbus with the riders and became an official Miracle Rider that year.
I had rode back from Macon into Fort Benning, I believe it was, and they introduced me and actually made me a member of Scott's Miracle Ride then.
Martin's life's been enriched and certainly lengthened because of his treatment here, but then he also has the opportunity to touch lives, and that's just huge.
I've had a lot of fun and exciting things happen, but that was truly an experience of a lifetime.
Parents of children that are being treated at Midtown Medical Center, we hope, if we're telling our story correctly, really understand how CMN and the opportunity to fundraise under that umbrella changes the opportunity to care for their kids. These babies are so tiny, they have to have special respirators. And on that respirator is a little brass plaque that says, made possible by a donation to Children's Miracle Network.
I guess there's a couple of different scary moments. I mean, you've got, of course, the morning that the doctor comes in and and then he tells you it's time to deliver, and you're thinking, okay, let's just wait one more day, 2 more days.
To say it was a good experience is tough because it's life or death a lot. But definitely glad that we were in a facility that is in partnership with the Children's Miracle Network.
It was great. If I had to do it all over again, I would. The staff was wonderful. I was actually afraid to take him home because I was so used to having them there. But it was one of the best experiences that I ever had, and it really taught me a lot.
I would encourage everyone, if it's within their means, to give something. It doesn't have to be a lot, to give something, because every dollar matters. Every dollar is grouped with another dollar, and it's not a place you ever want to be, but it's a great place to have in our community when we need it. And it's all because of the Children's Miracle Network.
Keep your head up. Say prayers.
I don't even know if I can express what I would just actually say, because I don't know if even thank you is enough.
Don't be afraid to get information about your child, because that's your child and you need to know everything that's going on with your child.
By far, the most enjoyable part of my job is the people. Meeting the people, whether they're a donor or a family member or a child or a nurse or a doctor or a caregiver, or these riders. Remarkable, remarkable people that would never have been a part of my life if I hadn't worked here. And it's those people that are making everything happen. They are the backbone. And then you talk to these riders and you understand what big hearts they have and how much they enjoy giving back to their community and making a difference in a kid's life. I'm forever enriched by the people I've met.